always freaking chaos before we...
Good evening, Carol and Jen shoppers. It's not that bad. Everything's great. Welcome to Tuesday night. We have a full table of new comics. One whole side is Marvel books. So we'll get to that in 2 seconds. I have a small announcement. It's not even really an announcement. It's a monthly norm. If you come in to the shop to get your books this week, we'll have Marvel and DC previews to give you while supplies last. So get those. That's cool. That's it. Late Night Comics is until next month on the 18th. Free comic book days in 6 weeks. Other than that, we're just gonna...
Easter.
Well, Easter's on Sunday. We will be closed on Sunday because it's Easter. So don't come to the store unless you want to wave at Kyle and Andrew through the glass for that whole hour they're gonna be here. But yeah, good evening. Let's get to new stuff. I mean, like, that's it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Right?
that's it.
Andrew's here, Josh is here, Kyle's behind the camera. Just in case you are joining us for the first time, we're the Goons that bring you your stuff on Tuesday night. We have one first appearance this week with Edge of Spider-Verse #2. This is the first appearance of The Spooky Man, which sounds very silly, but it was a very good read. We'll get to that when we get to the middle of the table. Other than that, we're going to start down here in the bottom. I'm going to go get my coffee. You will notice that our table's a little bit of a different format this week. A, because Marvel is all on one side, and B, we had to, for the sake of space, pepper out the Marvel collections, so we'll kind of get to those as we get to each row. First Marvel collection, though, is a wonderfully oversized classic by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. It's Hulk Gray in its complete format, told in a lovely oversized hardcover. Those guys are responsible for some of the best comics out there. Hulk Gray, not an exception to that rule. Next to it, another collection from Marvel. You got Star Wars, the Dark Droids main miniseries, all collected in paperback. And then one new Star Wars book this week in the form of Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi #6. I believe it is the last issue of the miniseries. Then we've got another Marvel collection, Immortal X-Men. We're on volume 4 of the paperbacks there. Next to it, I believe the last issue of Thunderbolts in the miniseries. So that's your cover A. This is your cover B. And we've got the current Predator miniseries, The Last Hunt, there on #2. That's your cover A and the only cover. A late edition from last week's books, Captain Marvel #6, had a 1 in 50 sketch headshot variant, of which you'll see more of later on in the video. But there is the 1 in 50 for that one if you missed it for $10. Ultimate Invasion, the wildly successful reintroduction of the Ultimate Universe that finished up the miniseries earlier this year. That's the complete one with the one-shot in it, right? Ultimate Universe? Well, let's find out.
Yeah.
Nope. But it's the 4 issues that reintroduce the Ultimate Universe and all of the situations that have provided us with wonderful new Ultimate books. What?
Because they're reprinting that Ultimate Universe one-shot again.
Oh, cool. Well, there you go. But yeah, if you missed that, great 4-issue miniseries. Completely catches you up if you feel the need to be. X-Force #50 is the last issue of the current X-Force. They're going to be going through a lot of X changes editorially. That was not a joke. It was true. Stay over there till we get to Goon. Don't say anything. God, she's been like this all day. But the last issue of X-Force for now, they will reboot it, I am sure. Then we got cover B is your headshot variant. Cover C is your Rogue action figure variant. And a 1 in 25 by George Perez. And a 1 in 50 of Forge in sketch headshot form. Get in on the mustache. Go closer. Yes. Look at the chin. Above that, we're going to Ghost Rider. We've got volume 4 of the current ongoing series in paperback. Next to it, part 6 of Sabretooth War, not the end, in the current Wolverine story arc, just as bloody as it has been. And when we have a 1 in 50 variant for Wolverine #46 next to it. Kyle woke me up to how good Daredevil actually is, which is tough to tell because that cover is kind of awful. I like Ramita a lot, but like that's ugly. Sorry. But Daredevil is essentially tracking down past teammates, associates who have been infected by some form of a 7 deadly sin. In this case, Wolverine has been infected by one you would not expect. Mm-hmm. All right. Hard to give away. I don't want to give it away. And then cover B next to it for that one. Back to the middle of the table gets us to this week's modern epic collection of Spider-Girl. Next to it, a new big #1, Jackpot and Black Cat, both characters that have received the treatment of miniseries and one-shots over the past couple of years. So here's a new miniseries. That's your cover A. Here's your cover B. Here's your cover C. And here's your cover D. big milestone issue. Why do you laugh at that one? Why do you laugh at that? Milestone for Miles Morales. Fine. Issue number 18 of the ongoing of Miles Morales is the legacy number 300 for Miles Morales, which is very cool. We have cover B in the collage form, cover C, cover D, cover E is a what if cover, and then a 1 in 25 by Carrie Andrews, which is very cool. And I covered him because I'm dumb, but there's Spider Pig right there, Spider Ham. I love this row. Ultimate Spider-Man number 3 comes out this week. It is a near perfect Spider-Man book, honestly. As the right amount of twists and turns and the right amount of familiarity, this issue continues with that theme, and it's fantastic. So that's your cover A. Here's your cover B. It's hilarious.
It's an awesome homage.
It's such a great cover. Cover C, cover D, cover E, and a 1 in 25 variant, which fits the book perfectly. Another collection this week, Saga of Simon Williams' Wonder Man is reprints of essential Wonder Man books.
Yep.
Next to it, you got Edge of Spider-Verse number 2, which is the previously mentioned first appearance of Spooky Man. The Spooky Man, there's 2 stories in here. One is a Cyborg Spider-Man story, which is so fun. And the Spooky Man story is an introduction of a new Spider character, but in a very Tim Burton style. Like, if you like Spider-Man, but you also like Coraline or Nightmare Before Christmas, you kind of get that you definitely get that vibe from it. They're all kind of sullen and colored very drably, and it's spooky, and he's trying to save a girl amidst like a graveyard. And the Sinister Six incarnation in this is hilarious and kind of horror themed. Very, very good. Very fun. Very fun Edge of Spider-Verse issue. They're kind of killing it with this miniseries. We got a cover B by Carrie Andrews, a cover C, which is an homage cover. Probably recognize that, Star Wars fans. And then cover D is a Cyborg Spider-Man cover. Fantastic issue of Amazing Spider-Man this week, number 46. We're getting into some Sinister Six shenanigans.
Oh,
I got it.
that's some good wordplay.
I didn't even stumble. So that's your cover A. We got cover B by Marcos Martin, which is beautiful. And then a 1 in 25 cover by Mike Cho.
Mike Cho.
Have you seen Spider yet?
Oh, there's so many Spider people this week. I better not be tired because it's like 3 more. Superior Spider-Man is on number 5. I'm not tired of Spider-Man this week. John Shear is tired of Spider-Man this week because he gets every Spider-Man variant. So his wallet is
Spider-Man this week.
Yeah. He is out of money. If you guys feel like giving money to somebody, just give it to John Shear. Superior Spider-Man number 5. There's your cover A. Here's your cover B. Nope. I'm going to see the whole thing. And then a 1 in 25 cover with great perspective. I like that one. Epic Collection for Wolverine this week is the return of Weapon X. Next to it, you got Spider-Punk number 2 of 5 for the current Arms Race miniseries, which is a play on words because the main villain is Doc Ock. I didn't come up with the pun. Just saying. Cover A. Here's your cover B. Here's your cover C by Jim Mahfood, which I'm in love with. And then a 1 in 25 variant for that one. The last collection on the modern side, on the Marvel side of the table, is Deadpool vs. Wolverine. This is a reprint of a previous Deadpool Wolverine collection, but it is no less fantastic. It collects their first meeting, the first annuals they appeared in together and fought together in, and then a fantastic 5-issue spread, 6-issue run, written by Daniel Way in the modern era of comics where they are knockdown, drag out, taking each other to town the entire time. It's like a Looney Tunes cartoon on acid. It's amazing, and they really just do not hold back. Great collection of stuff. Take it from a true Deadpool fan. If someone else tells you wrong, they're lying to you. Next to it is God's number 6 of 8. We've got cover B for that one. Cover C is your 1 in 25 variant, and then we have a 1 in 50 variant. And if someone feels like telling us who that character is based on that headshot alone, we'll applaud you.
Yeah.
We can clap.
Yeah.
We owe them that much. We all really love the Incredible Hulk. This is the second part of the current New Orleans mystery storyline. He is fighting a truly creepy monster. Her first appearance was in number 9. That's number 10 cover A. We got a cover B, and then a 1 in 50 headshot variant for that one by Mark Brooks. Above up here, because we have so many variants for it, Rise of the Powers of X number 3 is a all Moira McTaggart issue with some beautiful artwork, and we've got tons of covers. That's cover A. Here's cover B, cover C, the headshot variant cover D, and then some incentives. You got a 1 in 25 Jean Grey cover. Below that, we've got an all art cover, 1 in 50 Another 1 in 50 with that headshot variant. And then a 1 in 100 all art cover. Another Fall of the House of X tie-in. You got Cable number 3 of the current miniseries. That's your cover A. Here's your cover B. And then the big old top of the table, Marvel side, a book that we're all very, very, very excited about. X-Men 97, with what perfect timing as a release date. The new show just dropped on Disney Plus last weekend, and it's wonderful and fun and exactly what all of us wanted, and so is this comic book. Because if you've listened to any one of our videos in the past couple of years, you know that all of us really want to love X-Men, but it's really tough to dive into it. We don't know what's going on. I can't do college-level research to figure out in what part of the timeline I'm in for a particular issue of X-Men. This is not that X-Men. This is the easy breezy, pick it up, read it, X-Team extravaganza X-Men. Magneto's doing bad crap and lifting cars in Times Square. The X-Men show up, fight each other, and then fight him, and it's awesome. In this issue, Dazzler gets kidnapped, and they just take care of it like a team. It's phenomenal. It does fit in between the end of the original X-Men 97 series and the reboot that just came out as a cartoon. So it's going to be a 4-issue miniseries. It's phenomenal to just pick up and read. I'm all about it. I can't wait for the next issue. You didn't add?
Ta-da.
I covered it all. That's your cover A that I was just holding up. We've got a cover B, which is equally wonderful, and then a 1 in 25 cover next to it on the table. And then I'm going to pass this up to John Cheer for a lesser DC week.
So it is a lesser DC week, but no less good because Batman Dark Age by Mark Russell and Mike Allred has come out, and it is their take on Batman's origin if Bruce Wayne grew up to be just a punk, and it's great. And it is beautiful in every way. Like, Wayne Enterprises is not under Bruce's control. Bad things have happened. The one difference between his origin in like regular DC Universe and his origin here is he wasn't there the night his parents died. So that's what keeps him from like vengeance. He will get to that point though. We'll see it here. It's great. So this is the first part. It's a beautiful book.
It follows the theme of Superman Space Age, if you liked the style of that book, to where it's kind of connecting origin of these classic superheroes with real world timing and events.
Yes. So we have lots of regular covers. We got just that for that there. Penguin's on number 8. We're still talking about it because it's still awesome. As with previous Penguin issues, you don't need to read it in order to read those in order to enjoy it. It is brutal. It is insane. Penguin has now revealed that he is alive, basically, to Gotham, and everybody's scared. It's great.
Every single issue of that book is phenomenal.
Yes.
Every one of them.
Batman Brave and the Bold, the anthology series. Issue 11, worth it for the Sergeant Rock story in there. Power Girl number 7. Power Girl and Supergirl are off in a medieval land doing stuff, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
Tell them more.
I could tell you more, but it's... I'm out. He's pushed me. Leah Williams has written Exterminators, which I consider to be one of the most fun X books that's out there. She captured every character correctly. Power Girl, does not feel like Power Girl to me. Supergirl does not feel like Supergirl to me. It's just a failure on all levels. So, yeah, I'm going to be truthful there. There you go.
I love that you weren't going to say anything, and then you went to failure.
Yep.
Awesome.
Completely. Primer. It was the original graphic novel. Now they're breaking it up into 4-issue comic book sized miniseries. It was a great introduction to a new hero. I would say a first appearance, except for the fact it came out as a graphic novel many, many years ago. But if you didn't read it then, now's your chance to get it now. Detectives on issue 1083, still going on from Ram V. I did hear the ending is coming soon, but we're still probably about 8 issues away from that. So regular cover, get your cover B, and your 1 in 25 variant. Harley's on issue 38. As with all Harleys that have been going on, the backup story is what's worth it, because in this one, it's Harley versus Kite Man in a Roadrunner Wile E. Coyote situation.
Oh, what?
Full
Really?
on. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yep. So regular cover there. Cover B by Terry Dodson there. Flash is on issue number 7. We got the regular cover and then cover B. Amazon's Attack. Oh, there's a whole double page spread where they attack. and then followed immediately by doing nothing. So yeah, this is a letdown in terms of title.
But are they being attacked?
Only briefly.
Oh.
Yeah, it's more a metaphorical attack than anything else.
What a
But
sad
it is
week
the
for
final
you.
issue of that there. Green Arrow 10 though is awesome as Green Arrow and Roy get together like finally after all this time, and it's all because of Amanda Waller, and she's got bombs in everybody's heads, and they want her to do all sorts of stuff.
One trick pony.
Yes.
It works though.
It does. So regular cover there, awesome cover B variant for that one there. Other issue, Alan Scott Green Lantern, penultimate issue on issue number 5, and then we've got collections. Gail Simone's Birds of Prey Progeny collected, Batman Superman Volume 1 in trade paperback. I Am Batman Volume 1 in trade paperback, and then reprint. We've got Constantine Dead in America. Issue 1, second print, because if you missed it the first time, you shouldn't miss it now. And then the big one, Joker Year 1, Parts 1, Part 2, and Part 3, all reprinted. So if you missed it the first time around because we sold out of it like that, now's your time to get it.
Or we have first prints.
What's that?
Or we have first prints.
Of most of them.
All of them.
Even 142?
Yep.
You sure?
Yep.
Oh, look at that. We got 142
These are
back in.
purple
Well,
and
it's because
green.
Dirtbags didn't pick up their file.
Right. Well, there you go. Collection-wise from Dark Horse Usagi Yojimbo Saga. This is like volume 3, I think. Oh, no, it's
It's
number
the-
1.
it's the one.
It's the first one. It's awesome. If you've never read Usagi Yojimbo, this is probably the best money you could spend in the store for a collection this week. And maybe Deadpool Wolverine, but it's great. How the War Began is, I mean, it's rough, but it is dispatches from the Ukrainian invasion. It's like truth and real and bleak and hopeful all at once. Like it's great stuff. It's nice, solid hardcover. Was it $29.99? Yeah, we got a bunch of them, so get it if you want it. Quick stops on issue number 3, cover A, cover B with Mubi. Oddly Pedestrian Life, Christopher Cass on issue number 8. And then we got Ghostbusters back in town. We got cover A, we got cover B, and
It bridges.
Bridges. Yep, go for it.
Oh,
Glenn.
it bridges the gap between the most recent new Ghostbusters movie and the one that just came out this weekend. So it's like them moving to New York and moving into the firehouse, and then kind of figuring out. I mean, they moved from Oklahoma, so it's a far cry from New York City, and it's all those principal characters kind of figuring out what's going on in the city, and then ghosts.
Ta-da! Essential Judge Dredd America
It's a reprint.
is a reprint. The Madness is in full collection by J. Michael Straczynski.
My favorite AWA 6-issue miniseries.
Ta-da! Black Hammer: The End is on issue number 6. And then we have The Goon, Them That Don't Stay Dead.
Look, I wore my Goon shirt, of course, because this is my favorite comic book of all time. So I'm so excited it's back. It's a 4-issue miniseries. You can jump in here if you want to start with the Goon. I also made my rec row all Eric Powell stuff, so if you
It
want
was
to
awesome.
grab a trade and start there, you can. It's the Goon. It's good. And Ben told me not to say that, but I'm saying it anyway.
No one knows who the
It's
Goon is.
amazing. Well, they should.
Born salesman, you are.
I know. We've got cover A, cover B. Goon's back. There's he's fighting vampires. There's a new drug dealer that came into town that's getting people hooked on opium.
Does Frankie say knife to the eye in this
He
issue?
doesn't. They don't mention Charlie Noodles in this issue, which is my favorite character name ever. It's horror elements and humor, and there's always like a little like
Pathos.
something terrible that happens. But it's just very. It's very good. I love the art. I love.
I'm just happy Eric Powell's back to making some comic books.
Yeah, for real.
Vampire dudes are hilarious looking.
Rest of Small Press gives us Con and On, the complete miniseries from Ahoy, all about con goers. Look, that dog's even doing cosplay.
And then it's rare, but it happens. Kyle's got a pick of the week. Yay. The complete miniseries from Vault, Godfell, is about a kind of a warlord lady that's been away to war for, 4 or 5 years? Mm-hmm. And on her way back, instead of taking the long way around, they find a fallen god, a god who is dead on Earth, and they have to traverse its body, inside and out.
Yep.
So it's a hell of a miniseries, very good one. The Nasty wraps up one of our favorite miniseries of the past couple of years. Good ending. It's a movie premiere from hell, which is great.
Oh, I do want to say we have all the single issues on the wall right now. If you want to read it, you can grab all 8 at once.
Oh, nice. It's a great horror series.
Or
Great
you can
horror
wait
series.
for the collection because I made sure to have John order like a bunch of them because we highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Sick. Next to it, new issue number 1, Morningstar. A little bit of a mystery. A family is kind of displaced because of their dad's job, and their dad dies horribly and mysteriously and inexplicably, and they're kind of dealing with that on a camping trip that is going to go horribly wrong. Next to it, you got Dungeons & Dragons, Saturday Morning Adventures number 3 for their second miniseries, and then we're on to Image, which is normally on the other side of the table, but here we are now. Philadelphia is on number 34. King Spawn is on number 32. That'll be your cover A. This will be your cover B. Knights is probably our current favorite indie series. It's wonderfully different. I'm going to read this as soon as we're done with this video. And then a new one started for Image this week called Under York. It is very witchcrafty. It's very New York heavy. What do you know? And essentially this woman is trying to get away from her roots in witchcraft, and the secret witch families of New York are not letting her escape that life. Below it, another number 1 for Spawn fans. Sam and Twitch have a new miniseries out, which is a fan favorite, really. So they're doing buddy cop stuff in the Spawn universe. This will be your cover A. This will be your cover B. Fans of Local Man will be stoked. We got a new one-shot here focusing on the women in Local Man. So Bad Girls one-shot for Local Man. There's cover A. There's cover B. A phenomenal collection this week. One of Chip Zdarsky's first ventures into comic books. They finally put out in a complete series. So Matt Fraction, Chip Zdarsky wrote Sex Criminals, and it is wacky and fun and hilarious all the way through. Below that, we've got Duke. New Duke this week, number 4 of 5, so it's the penultimate issue. This will be your cover A for Duke. I'm sorry, I did that. Here, let's just do this. Pretend it didn't happen. Okay. Cover A for Duke number 4. Cover B. Cover C, 1 in 25 variant and a 1 in 50 variant. Below that, Creepshow Volume 2, so the second miniseries of Creepshow, out, all 5 issues collected here. And then a new number 1 that we are very, very, very excited about. We were huge fans of a series a couple of years ago called Stray Dogs. Look at his face.
I'm gonna stand right
So
next to him
excited.
too. Yeah.
Stray Dogs is one of our favorite miniseries of all time from Image. And this follows up with it perfectly. Stray Dogs is about dogs and serial killings and horrible things told in very cute, artistic ways. This is very similar without the serial killer. So cats, 3 domestic cats have found themselves in the wild in the midst of a horrible, horrible rabies outbreak. But cats don't know what rabies is, and they think everything's going to be okay, and it's obviously not.
Yeah, it's Walking Dead with cats, and it's...
God, I should have said that.
Yep. And it was funny because I read this while I was watching Ben's Cat. And it's fantastic. So yeah, it's a beautiful book, creepy book, everything you want from the people who gave you Stray Dogs.
And even Jeff John says so on the back.
Yep.
Cover A right there, big stack on the table. Cover B is a Dawn of the Dead homage cover, so I can't ask for more than that. 1 in 10 variant with the all art cover, and then a 1 in 25. It's beautiful. After you read this book, you're going to want every cover. Yeah, we got reprints this week, keeping with the Energon universe in print, which is fantastic. Thank you, Image. Number 1 for Void Rivals on its 7th printing. Number 2 is on its 6th. Number 6 is on its 3rd. Ugh. And then we have 2 more reprints for Energon Universe stuff, Duke number 1 and Duke number 2. So we have those all available. We're going to keep them available because we're loving all that stuff. And then we've got a new trade paperback for Rogue Sun. That's volume 3 from the Supermassive verse. And then Tales of Suspense, the complete miniseries with Ashley Wood artwork. Very small all ages section this week. You got a new Betty and Veronica Decades there in the 70s. We got a new Magic Treehouse. They're going to the Amazon and not getting attacked. Or maybe they are. And then a My Little Pony Best of.
Volume 1. It's Best of Twilight Sparkle. So that is a new full table. Please hit us with any requests for covers or books that you'd like. Tell us if you want them added to your file. We're happy to do that. Otherwise, enjoy your Tuesday night, and we will see you tomorrow for your comics.